Good morning, I am V. Pushpalata, pursuing second BTech in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Srinivasa Ramanujan Institute of Technology. Now I am going to present a topic of nested classes in the course Object Oriented Programming through Java. The course code is 23CSC401. Now let us see what are nested classes in Java. Nested classes. A nested class is one that is declared entirely in the body of another class or interface. The class which is nested exists only as long as the enveloping class exists. Therefore, the scope of inner class is limited to the scope of enveloping class. There are four types of nested classes. First one is member inner class, second one is anonymous class, third one is local class, and fourth one is static nested class. Now let us see the first nested class, that is member inner class. A class which is declared within a class is called member inner class. The inner class has to access all the members of the enveloping class, including the members declared public, protected, or private. Example of inner class. Here we are creating a class called outer. In that we are declaring the variables x and y of double type and creating a constructor and assigning the values to the variables x and y, and method that is add, it returns the value of x plus y, and we are using the display method to display the values of x and y, that is x plus y. Here we are having the object in the values called 10 comma 20. Here we get output 10 plus 20 equals to 30. Anonymous class. Anonymous classes are inner classes without a name. It is defined inside another class. Because its class has no name, it cannot have a constructor method and its objects cannot be declared outside the class. Therefore, an anonymous class must be defined and initialized in a single expression. An anonymous class may be used where the class has to be used only once. An anonymous class extends a superclass or implements an interface, but keywords extend and implements do not appear in its definition. On the other hand, the names of superclasses and interface do appear. It means in anonymous class, the names of classes and interface appear, but the keyword extends or implements do not appear. An anonymous class is defined by operator called new, followed by a class name. It extends arguments list for the constructor of superclass and then anonymous class body. Example for anonymous class. Here we are creating a parent class, that is person of abstract type. We are creating a method class display and public class called anonymous class. Here we are creating a object for the parent class and display method, that is in display method. Here object calling display method, that is in display method, it prints. Now let us see the third type of nested classes, that is local class. A local class is declared in a block or a method and hence their scope is limited to the block of the method. The general properties of such classes are as follows. These classes can refer to local variables or parameters which are declared as final. These are not visible outside the block in which they are declared, and hence the access modifiers such as public, private or protected do not apply to local clauses. In local clauses, public, private, protected modifiers are not applicable, and which are these are not visible outside the block. Now let us see the example of local class. Here we are declaring the public class called local class demo. In that we are creating a local class and variable x, declaring in display method is going to be created. In that we are printing the value of x, and we are creating an object for the public class, that is local object equals to new local of 10, and we are calling the parent class method local object dot display. In this display means x value is going to be displayed, that is x equals to 10. Now, the fourth type of nested class is static class. We can declare a class static by using the keyword called static. A class can be declared static only if it is a nested class. It does not require any reference of the outer class. The property of the static class is that it does not allow us to access the non-static members of the outer class. Example for static class. Here we are declaring the public class called SC and declaring and initializing string s equal to java t point, and we are creating a class with static keyword, and we are creating a method show in that we are printing the value of s, and public static void mean that is mean main method. Here we are creating a object for public class object dot show means it prints yes, that is java t point. Thank you.